Hello everyone, this is Waldorf.
This is Statler.
And this is Battlefront 334.
What was that again? 334.
1/3 of the way to 1,000.
Okay. I think we'll be dead before we hit that at our advanced ages.
Yes. Yeah. Orcs and Goblins versus the Dread Elves.
At Huzzah Hobbies.
Plague Central. Huzzah Hobbies. It's our play place during the plague. Yes. They're very safe there.
And it's our play place before the plague.
It is.
And it'll be our play place after the plague.
Same list as before.
Freeze it if you want it.
Freeze if you want.
Read it.
We're not going to talk about it anymore.
Until we talk about it again.
Until I talk about it again. Again, I could just repeat the slide from each game,
yes,
I think.
Yes, it would seem so.
Yeah, that's the list.
Those are your spells. Click.
So he has a Legion Legate. He's on a Mana Core. He's a BSB. He's got a shield. He's got the Alchemist Alloy, a Lance, Talisman of Shielding, and an Obsidian Rock.
Okay.
He's got another Legion Legate. Just a general who's got a shield which is the Willow's Ward. Mm-hmm. He's got a Kraken Hide, a spear, a binding scroll, and a Mask of the Warcrow.
Okay.
He's got a Warlock Outcast on Evocation, because they now have Evocation available to them.
Yep.
He's got the Magical Heirloom and a Scepter of Power.
Okay.
2 units of 27 Dread Legionnaires with a full command and a Rending Banner.
Okay.
15 Legion Auxiliaries, Champion and Musician.
Okay. For the crossbows.
18 Judicators, Executioners, Judge Dreads, or whatever you want to call them.
Judicators, they were tired of me making fun of the old name. I'm convinced that's what it was.
Convinced it was you?
It was me. I'm taking credit for them renaming that
That's
unit.
good. You should. Somebody needs to take credit for it.
Yeah.
3 Gorgons with halberds.
Love those guys.
Yeah, those guys are really good. 6 Dread Knights with Lance, Standard Bearer.
6 Dreadnoughts. Nice.
Musician and Champ.
Okay.
A Divine Altar, which is the Effigy of Dread.
Oh, the one that causes fear.
The fear bubble.
So you're feared.
I'm very feared of that thing. 8 Harpies, 5 Black Cloaks, and 2 Repeater Batteries.
2, well.
He's 2/3 of the way there.
2/3 of the way there. Well, it's better than 1/3.
He's getting there. Evocation. He's got Touch of the Reaper, Ancestral Aid, Whispers of the Veil, Spectral Blades, and of course, Curse of the Witch Queen, which is 1 easier to cast, by the way.
Yes, with the new book. We'll see if they fix that.
That was necessary.
Yeah, that one needs a little bit of work.
We played map 8.
Okay.
That's what that was.
All right.
And we played Capture the Flags.
Did I mention you need to patch up your hills? They're getting very dinged up.
Thank you. I agree. So we played Capture the Flags and Dawn Assault.
Okay.
And we go to turn 1. Everyone I'm playing seems to be choosing to drop everything and go first. Don't understand. Are they afraid of 4 catapults?
What do you think? Think that could be a consideration?
Could be. So yeah, dropped everything, go first. Again, my scouts deployed over here behind my line. There's no reason to go up forward and give him something to shoot at.
Yeah, probably so.
Wolf Riders over here deployed.
You could have been behind the hill.
What's that?
You could have been behind the hill.
Could have been behind the hill.
It's not the only other place to go.
Correct.
Yeah, behind the hills.
Yeah. Anyway. The Wolf Riders actually start. You can't see them here. There's a very edge of a base right there.
Okay.
Those are his 5 scouts.
Okay.
The Wolf Riders started up here on the corner of my deployment zone.
Okay.
So he went 18 away from me over there on the far right.
And then you backed off.
And then on my scout with my Vanguard, I just backed up.
Yeah.
Again, not
you don't see that very often.
What's that?
People backing off from their Vanguard positions.
Yeah. Well, I used to do it a lot. Every once in a while, I think to do it.
Yeah, no, I think it's quite often just forces people to do things. And
yeah. So, his first turn, he knows he's on borrowed time. Mm-hmm. He can't sit back and let me just shell him.
Well, he could.
He could, but he wouldn't have a very good game.
He could castle in the corner.
So his BSB goes and hides behind a building. Everybody else comes up.
All right. The BSB on the monster.
And the BSB on the monster.
So they've already taken out their points worth for one turn.
Oh, by keeping the monster at bay? Could be. And there you go. It gives a better picture of him moving forward on the right with his scouts.
Yep.
They are behind the hill, but the catapult can see them.
Okay. So they're not completely behind them.
They're not from the catapult.
Okay.
Yeah. The bow fire can get to him, but that one catapult on the right.
Okay.
And his opinion, of course, is if you want to shoot at them, you're welcome to.
Yep.
Means you're not dropping a rock in the middle of one of my big units. So we did drop rocks. We dropped rocks on the... Oh, this is still his moving, I'm believing.
Yeah, he's still advancing on you.
And...
So it's pushing up the middle?
Yeah. He shot...
I'm sorry, what was the objective on this one?
Capture the flags.
Oh, okay.
Capture the flags. Yeah, so now it's my turn. I advance a bit on the far left. The whole right-hand side of my line pretty much stays where it is. Starting with the Ed Bashers, though, we come up towards the wall.
Okay.
And the chariots come up a little bit. They took I forget what the spell is. The spell that does D3 wounds to you.
Okay, something wounded you.
Hit D3 hits that wound on it that are strength 10 or something ridiculous. Whatever. Anyway, does a single wound to me. And that's it. So I go to turn 2. So I did shoot, and let's see if you can see. I hit that unit. I hit this unit of adjudicators twice, but I only ended up with like 4 wounds. One was on the second roll.
Okay.
And we're going to go to turn 2.
So a poor first turn from the catapult.
Poor shooting for turn 1.
Save for him hiding his BSB.
Yeah, which is good for him hiding the BSB. Turn 2, he's coming forward again.
Yep.
He's going to push him right down my throat.
He's advancing on a wide front.
Yep. The catapult on the right did shoot at now that I think about it, did shoot at the scouts over there.
Oh, okay.
It needed a 5 to hit him. It rolled a 2 and a 3, so it wouldn't have hit anything anyway.
Okay. This is a story you're going with.
It definitely was. I definitely wanted to try to get that threat off my flank.
Yeah.
But it wasn't going to happen. So anyway, he comes forward, as you can see there.
Do your wolves have bows?
My wolves all have bows.
Okay.
They do. Unit, there's this harpy sneaking up there in the crack. They're actually facing off to the right.
I hate it when harpies sneak into the crack.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Between his shooting, I think that chariot that bolt thrower got within 24 of my chariots and clipped one off.
And they cursed your chariots.
Well, I had a choice here. When he shot the chariots, he did 4 wounds to the chariot, 3 wounds, because I already had 1 on me. Did 3 wounds to the chariots. I could have killed the one on the right and avoid the fence, but that puts me 2 inches further from the adjudicators.
Yeah.
So I took the one on the left, even though that means the one on the right has to go over the fence.
Okay.
So.
But he casts on his spell to cause more wounds on you.
Yeah. Choice I made. The guys on the far right open up and kill 6 wolf riders, which is... Even if they all 10 hit, I should make half those saves.
Yeah.
Not the case.
Well, they're -1s.
Are they? Okay, so I've got 5 ups. Okay. So if they all 10 hit and wound, then I should still take, probably 6.
Yeah.
Out of 9. Yeah. Anyway. But they probably didn't all 10 hit. And I'm pretty sure they all didn't 10 wound. Anyway. But he killed 6. What you don't see there is I did make my save.
Yeah.
He got the
leadership.
Make my leadership. He did get that stupid spell off on me again. This time did 2 wounds to my chariots.
Yep.
And of course you can see the Curse of the Phantom Queen is sitting on them.
Yep.
So they're going to take hits. And that's what's going to go. That's what it looks like going into my turn 2. Now I know from experience those Gorgons kill my spider. That's not a good fight for my spider.
Okay.
He's not thrilled with that whole thing. And he's really getting trapped there. But at least the 2 wolf riders did survive.
You still have 2 wolf riders.
So, on my turn, the 2 chariots charge bravely forward and slam into the adjudicators.
Okay. No damage from the wall?
I don't think so. I think only one went over it, and
Okay.
3 checks and it made it through.
Yeah, it's funny. As things get bigger and should be more fragile, they're more likely to survive.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They are one of the only units that takes dangerous terrain for going over a wall.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, they might be the only one that only one that does. So what do we got? Oops, that's the wrong way. This way, that's chariots making in. Over here, both the boar boy units come up hiding behind the hill.
Okay. Hiding from the bolt thrower?
Hiding from the bolt thrower and the
knights.
Mainly the knights. I can see the bolt thrower with this unit on the far right, but I'm mostly covered by the hill.
Okay.
So he takes a -2 penalty if he wants to come forward. Then he'll take a -1, but another -1 for moving or whatever. Right. Anyway.
And you moved up to the wall with your dudes.
Guys move up to the wall. Iron Orcs reformed. The spider had declared a charge at the unit of spears on the far right, who fled, and I failed my redirect. Can't believe I failed a rerollable 6.
Shocking.
Yeah, I would have loved to have been able to redirect into the harpies, of course, and send them packing, but wasn't to be. And you can see the 2 spider riders came forward. Not spider riders.
Wolf riders.
Wolf riders came forward to deal with that. The mess coming over the hill.
Okay.
And
somebody roll some dice?
These are my impact hits.
Ah, okay.
I got 10, which is 1 above average, so I was happy about that. And then rolled 5 ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem right to me. Anyway.
Can't complain.
So he peeled off a bunch, and he kills me. Between me killing myself because I had the Curse of the Phantom Queen.
You could have very easily rolled 2, so.
What? Correct.
Yeah.
But the 5 ones irritated me. Anyway. Catapult fires, misfires, and done for the game.
Okay.
Awesome. And we're going to go to turn 3.
Okay.
Turn 3. We're measuring stuff.
So he killed your chariots.
Yeah, I smashed them bad.
Okay. He's measuring.
He's measuring.
Either that or trying to show off his tape measure.
He is. The guys over here, of course, the Gorgons on the hill look like ogres. They're disguised.
Yes.
Come into the Wolf Riders.
They're ogre guns.
The scouts come into my war machine, my catapult, but he can only get 3 on me.
It'll be fine.
They're not good. He rallies his unit of spears.
Okay.
And his other unit of spears and the remaining adjudicators.
Okay, so he's helping.
Just adjudicator. Are they adjudicator? Adjudicator?
They're just adjudicators.
I'm calling them adjudicators from now on.
Well, that'd be one of them.
That's all there is.
Yeah.
The adjudicator and his friends charge in with the other spear block, charge into those. And I think that should be where? There we go. And the harpies come forward to chaff up my unit of orcs.
Okay.
In case this fight doesn't go well, he doesn't want the big iron orcs on top of the adjudicators.
Right.
Adjudicators. Fine. If you want to get picky about it. I got that. And his guy came out from behind the... BSB came out from behind the building on turn 3.
Come on.
So, puts Whispers of the Veil on my spider, shoots it with the bolt thrower. Puts, I think, 3 wounds on it.
Looks like by some miracle he beat those 2 wolf riders.
He did manage to beat the 2 wolf riders. The and we skipped ahead a little bit here. The scouts killed my catapult and overran. Okay. And then on my turn, I summoned a totemic summons, the large totemic summons, so he managed to come in 10 inches and chaff the unit of Gorgons while facing the scouts and breathing them and killing them.
And he flame breathed them off.
And flame breathed them off. Not necessarily flame breath, but yes.
Okay.
Over here, he crushed my unit of iron orcs when he charged them.
Right.
You can't see it, but they pursued down. The unit of spears overran into my catapult.
Okay. Looks like you killed a couple Adjudicators.
I killed 2 more adjudicators.
Okay.
Adjudicators. And this, again, is my turn. My Spider Riders came over, and they're going to shoot at the adjudicators.
Okay, and you charged his harpies?
And the orcs charged the harpies with the intent of wiping them and overrunning, is what I was thinking when I did this.
And your general and cavalry just advanced?
General and cavalry just advanced. And then the Spider Riders down here also, not only are they shooting at the adjudicators, when this unit of spears kills the catapult, they're only going to be able to charge the spiders.
Right.
And they line up on the spiders, and they're going to go behind the back of me.
Okay.
Is what I've got planned. That's my idea with that one, at least.
Okay.
And there's a couple pictures of that. Oh, we killed one? Did he have 3 left?
Yeah, he did at one point. Yeah.
He did. The spiders killed one, and the adjudicators weren't happy, and they left.
Okay.
They headed out of town.
And you got rid of the harpies, and did you not advance very far?
I think we overran a tiny amount.
Yeah, 'cause it looks like you moved slightly forward.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Elsewhere, the Boar Boys just kind of split up, and they're still hiding behind this hill. Doing a lot of good for me over there. Just want to point that out.
And
you can see his
spread
spears.
Out his knights, I see.
Yeah, you can see his spears have killed my catapult, and they're reformed.
Yep.
And so, yeah, that's the picture of him killing those guys.
So
should have been way
in the
back.
wrong spot. Yeah. Okay. Keep going.
I just highlighted it in the wrong spot.
Yeah,
That's actually where he is right now. But, and that's going to be it. He's going to go into turn 4.
Okay.
Turn 4, his BSB charges my unit of orcs.
Wow.
I was shocked at this.
Yeah, it's very confident. That's a bold move there. Let's see how it turns out.
It's a very bold move. The spear, which is not such a bold move, the spears are charging into the flank of my Spider Rider.
You have like 4 attacks on them.
That seems, 2 of them are poison.
Yeah.
At initiative 4.
Could tip the balance.
Of course, the Gorgons come into the totemic.
Yep. It's such a blur.
And the adjudicators still don't rally.
Failed their rally.
Even with the BSB nearby.
They're at half, right? So
there are 4s.
Yeah.
I believe at the moment, maybe 5s. But 2 chances, they didn't make it. And there we get that. Smash me there. Spell phase. Trying to see what's going on.
A really large red thing.
Go to a shooting phase.
And a very fancy tape measure.
His bolt thrower shoots off 3 of my Boar Boys.
Okay.
Other bolt thrower fires and shoots off 3 of my Boar Boys.
I'm not sure how a bolt thrower with no crew is shooting so effectively.
They're fantastic.
It's like a 40K, rapier or something.
Yeah, well, they crushed me. Let's put it that way. No doubt about that. His cav has had enough, and they come up to the top of the hill.
To walk to the top of the hill.
They did, and just basically come and get me because he can. At least I can only get him with 1 because he's out of arc of the other one.
Okay. That seems to have been an error.
So here on back to my turn, the Boar Boys need a 10 to charge. You can't see it, but they need a 10 to reach the bolt thrower.
Okay.
And over here, the general's unit charges his auxiliaries.
Okay.
Up there on the top right, and they fled.
Which is where his mage is.
His mage and 4 guys.
Okay, how can you see him with this big black and red thing in front of you?
I don't know. It's like it's not quite impassable. So then we redirect into this divine altar.
Yes.
Thingy.
It doesn't seem to be a good place to go.
The spider. What did the spider do? Oh, the spider
looks like he turned around.
The spider just turned around and is chaffing the spears to keep them off my orcs. Because they've killed my spiders at this point. My baby spiders, and the big spiders are not happy with that.
Getting some extra sticky ready for your catapult?
He is. And they are within arc. And the back corner of them...
Your catapult's actually facing the wrong direction.
What's that?
I'm just saying. Your catapult's facing the wrong direction.
It could be.
It's a rear-firing catapult.
It is at the moment, because I'm worried about those guys behind me.
I see.
So the catapult does fire at this unit, because the whole unit is not within the short range.
Okay.
It doesn't help me. Over here, We go into this fight. He puts all his attacks into my unit and kills the one guy in the unit.
So unit's gone.
I direct all my attacks into the fear-causing chariot thingy and do a single wound to it.
Okay.
It is unbreakable, so he scoffs at me.
Mm-hmm.
I am not thrilled at all with that result. And
Looks like you killed a few of them with the sticky.
my
Revenge of the Sticky.
There's
a Chimera. I'm sorry, a
Manicore.
Manicore missing.
Yeah, my biggins just smash. The first round, when he charged, I took the charge. I challenged him with my champ, and he ate my champ, and it was a push. Second round of combat, I did not challenge. Gave myself +1 strength, I believe, and just pummeled him.
Yeah, probably didn't even need that.
Well, it's a closer thing if I'm only strength 5.
He's got a lot of attacks.
But yeah,
And you're already strength 5, so
and we pummeled him.
yeah.
So
Strength 5, AP 2, AP, oh my god, 4.
exactly. On the charge, if I would have been that,
Yeah.
actually not strength 5, strength 6.
Oh,
With the +1 strength is 6.
sorry.
Because 4 base, 1
Yeah.
fight, and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're ugly. Yeah. Anyway, strength 5 AP 3 might not have done it. Strength 6 AP 4 did it. With a few wounds left over. Anyway, so there you go. That's what we got there.
Okay.
And
So your exposed flank all of a sudden isn't exposed.
my exposed flank became unexposed, except now I do still have the Gorgons in the rear of that spider, which means that spider is going to die. But I did, like I said, I did manage to get the spell on the Gorgons.
Okay.
Break the spirit.
Ah, okay.
So 6 dangerous terrain checks.
Maybe a fail.
If he fails 2,
2 and
he loses 1.
you're down a guy, yep.
That's what I'm hoping. And he charges in, and he loses 1.
Okay.
So I got that going for me. The spider's only got 3 wounds left, though. The spear block elects not to charge in with the Gorgons.
Okay.
They kind of shuffled over to the right 2.5 inches to try to use the spider for cover. Not sure about that move. I was thinking, because if he kills the spider, if he kills the spider and overruns, the Gorgons are probably going to be chaff and stop me from getting to a spear block. But if somehow that fight stays, the spider can pivot sideways and let the orcs through. Anyway.
And that is general in that unit of spearmen?
It is.
Huh, yeah.
Down there on the bottom.
I was thinking you'd be able to kill it and then pursue into your guys.
Over here, I missed it on last turn. Last turn, the one unit charged the bolt thrower up there,
Right.
killed it in about
Looks like you're facing the other way.
They killed it in about face. The other unit came over here and got in front of
And
this
just taunted
unit
them,
and taunted them
made
to
rude noises.
drag them over here to the left.
so he decided to charge you.
Right.
He had enough of this.
There's the 2 Gorgons and charged into me. His other unit of spears is making it back up to the front now.
Yep.
He rallied with his mages unit back there.
Okay.
What? Oh, his Judicators continued to run.
Ah,
There's no BSB to give them a second chance, but they still failed and continued to run. With the -1 to hit and only 2 of them, the Gorgons didn't do well. I think he only put 1 wound on me to bring me up to 6. I did 3 wounds to him and killed 1. So he's down to 1 Gorgon on me.
okay.
Which is good. Happy about that. Next round of combat, in his turn. His turn, he directs all his attacks at my mage with scarification and kills him. So, because he did 3 wounds and I only did 1 to him with my general, I broke and ran with my general.
Yeah.
Lucky for me, he's immobile and cannot charge me.
There is that.
Cannot pursue me. So despite my roll of looks like about 6 to get away, he can't chase me.
Okay.
Over here, the orcs come in.
So your turn now.
And we do, yes. So now was that one. Now it's the bottom of, I think, 5. The orcs come in and declare the charge. Because of the spider's bulk, it's going to be a 2-on-2 fight over here. 2 files for each of us on the spears against mine. I can't get far enough over to give him the third.
You would need to reform differently with your spider.
To let more in?
Yeah.
I'm happy to let less in.
Yeah.
My general does rally.
No, I'm saying to get more in, you'd have to reform your spider. Yeah.
Right. He could have reformed sideways, like I said, but I did not want to.
Yeah, you want to minimize all those 2s to hit or whatever the heck he is.
And the +1 to wound on the first round is what I'm trying to avoid.
Right.
Because I figure we can do the whole thing on the second round, and it's okay because he's no longer +1 to wound.
Okay.
Anyway.
General rallies.
So the general rallies out here in the middle of the field.
Seems to be a scary place to be, but okay.
Why is he scared? There's nothing out there that's scary.
Yes.
He's a toughness 6. He's scoffing at everything.
Okay.
He's there. What else do we have? The Boar Boys decide they've had enough, and they charge
Looks like he killed your Boar Boys.
He did. And he about-faced, and the other Boar Boys charged him.
Okay. So he killed him, and then you ran off, or he killed you, whatever it was, and then he was able to stand and reform, and you charged him.
Reformed, and I charged him.
Okay. So more of the same.
So we start this combat, and it starts the orcs crushed the spearmen.
2 6s?
The guy used his stupid Gorgon gaze attack and killed my spider with 2 6s.
Ah, okay.
Before I could go.
Oh, okay. There is that.
No, there's not that. That's dumb. I'm not happy about that. 2 6s.
Well, it just means he didn't roll them earlier. He was making up for lost 6s.
Whatever.
Okay, so you crushed his
the
general's unit. What? It ran off the table, and
the orcs won by 2, I believe. And pushed his general's unit broke and ran off the table.
And you just reformed.
I reformed facing the spider because I figured the spider's not going to be there.
Yeah, that would be
which turned out to be accurate.
Yes.
And we're going to turn 6. Turn 6, and the Boar Boys on the hill charged in. I don't think they did a single wound, and he did 2 to me.
Looks like you lost 2, yeah.
Is what I think happened.
Okay.
So now it's his turn, top of turn 6.
Okay.
You can see where we stand there. His Gorgon walks up to block my Orc Boar Boys, my Orc Biggins.
Yep.
Oh, last thing, one other thing happened on last turn. If you notice this already happened at this point. When his unit of crossbows with the mage in it rallied, they rallied. I hit him with a catapult. He only had 4 guys, so I put the big hole on the mage, and I killed 1 guy and put 2 wounds on the mage.
Okay.
He made his check though.
Okay.
So now he has 3 guys and one wound left on his mage.
Okay. Are your 2 cavalry units still fighting each other?
They're still fighting each other.
Okay, they're separated because of how it is.
A piece because of the pokey bits. So we've got that.
Okay.
And his bolt thrower fires.
Also still his turn.
Yeah, his unit of auxiliaries with the mage on it walked past the general's arc. They just marched out of the general's arc, so I couldn't charge him. His bolt thrower fires and puts 2 wounds on my general, despite his toughness 6.
Okay.
He was all big and brave there in the middle of the field with toughness 6, and now he's not feeling so hot about it anymore. And the Gorgon, there he is, sitting in front of me.
And he munched your cat.
Kills me. I think I killed a total of 1 of him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
He's got 5, so he munched my cav. And on the final turn, I shot off. Let's see if there's a picture. Yeah, there's one other picture. So the general got angry at the spearman and figured I would charge the spearman.
Shouldn't he have been angry at the bolt thrower?
Yes. He probably should have.
But he had a big bolt in his head and he got confused.
But he saw the spearman and I was behind on flags. I was like, if I can hit this and break it, there's a possibility. But I didn't, and they poked me and killed me. Up there, the final catapult shot killed his mage and panicked the unit, so I got full points for that. So, gathered up everything, and this is pretty much right here is what's left. I've got 3 things. I've got my BSB, I've got my Biggins, and I've got my catapult.
Okay, and he's got those spearmen.
He's got a spear, a bolt thrower, and a fear block, and he's got the other.
His cavalry.
He's got his cav unit.
Okay.
So based on all that, turns out to be a 13-7 Dread Elf victory because he's got the objective.
He does. Okay.
If I had not charged the general, it would have been I would have won. As it was,
It would have been a tie.
I was slightly ahead of points, but with him getting the thing anyway. 13-7 victory. It would have been correct. It would have been 10-10 because I wouldn't have given him 700 points at the end of the game.
Right.
So anyway, his mistake, which he told me later, he's like, "Oh, this was just a bad move." The Manticore into the spear block.
Yeah, that wasn't a good move.
Yeah, that's bad. Me.
People don't realize, all the pluses on orcs, how scary they can be.
What I did here, remember the boar boys on the right charged the bolt thrower.
Yeah.
The boar boys on the left just moved up to mess with those guys. Knowing they were going to lose, I should have if they've got a musician, I should have just about faced and walked into this ruin and made him make dangerous terrain checks to come get me.
Yeah,
he's going to kill me wherever I am.
Yeah, but who cares? It's a chaff unit.
What? Well, it's a
boys.
scoring unit is what the problem is.
Yeah, but
we're both scoring units.
You're going to lose wherever he fights you, so.
Yeah, but at least this way I think I could have cost him a couple. But anyway, maybe he panics and he doesn't get to me.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I didn't. Next thing I did that was dumb, I should never have tried.
I was more surprised you didn't cover them both, so he'd be afraid to come forward.
Oh. Well, the other one had charged out and got the other thing. So.
Okay.
But
well, no, I mean, the turn before. Yeah,
right.
Because you can still see no.
Because I could have easily.
Yeah.
Here, the general redirecting into that.
Yeah, you didn't want to do that.
Thing was a bad idea.
Yeah.
I didn't do the math and see what that thing was capable of. It's not that great, but it's hard to wound.
Yeah, it's resilient enough, and
it's resilient with a 4-up, and it's a 4-up ward. So I mean, it's like anyway, or is it a 5-up? I don't know. One way or another. Yeah, one way or another, this was a mistake, and it ended up costing me a turn. As I went in, hit it, ran, and actually cost me 2 turns.
Yeah.
So that was bad.
You could have killed something else with that unit.
And the other thing, I did this charge because I knew points were close, and we were, the scoring units. I was behind in the flags. So I charged this unit, but had I kept this unit alive...
But this is more about keeping it alive, I would think.
What?
I think you wanted to keep him alive.
Correct. If I would have kept him alive, we end the game tied in scoring units.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, I was behind like 4-2, and I was like, "There's no way I'm going to get this." So I tried as a desperation to try to go in and break this unit. Where if I just stayed back, it would have been a push at the end, and again, been a win for the orcs.
Right.
Anyway, so whatever. Again, too many mistakes, but it was a fun game.
Yeah.
I mean, there was...
His army photographs very well.
There is very little left in this game right here.
That is true. That is true.
We each have a block, a war machine. I've got a character. It's bad.
Yeah.
I was actually ahead by like 120 points.
Before you suicided your 1 wound general.
Even after suiciding the 1 wound general.
Oh, okay.
I mean, even after this.
Oh, okay.
Had the general just gone and charged at the bolt thrower...
Yep.
He doesn't make it, then it's a 10-10.
Yeah.
He makes it and kills the bolt thrower, it's still a 10-10. But whatever, it's 10-10.
Right.
As opposed to 13-7 to him because I gave him 700 points right there. Anyway. And I was laughing. I was like, I'll probably just die in the woods. But the general was irritated. Of course, as the general makes it, as the general lives, if he lives and kills a few, he's got 1 chance at an 8 to stand there. If he breaks and runs, then flags are push.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
I suppose.
I mean, you suppose? It's like nothing to suppose there. That's the way it is. Anyway. But anyway, that's forlorn hope.
So, yeah.
Anyway.
You tried to catapult, or the unit that you shot off, and you could have catapulted these guys instead.
Turned up to be a lot.
You never know how the dice.
So many points.
You never know how the dice are going to flow.
Right, but there were so many points in the other unit. There was no choice there.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's still the mage.
Right.
But anyway. But that was it. Fun game.
Okay.
Thanks for listening.
Till next time.